Hey guys, welcome back. If you can't already tell from that, I am sick, so please bear with me. I know that my voice is just like just sounds like crap, but I've been sick this past week, so yeah, you might hear it here and there throughout the video. So here today I have a Frowley package. No, fragile. They just put the G really weird, spelled it weird. But anyway, I might not make sense because I'm kind of out of it too, so I apologize in advance for everything. So, package from Japan. It looks like it was stained or something. There's some weird coloring in here. Action Figures 3, 2,600 yen, something like that. And then they labeled it as a gift, even though I didn't ask for it to be labeled as a gift. So, yeah, we're gonna cut this guy open now. I guess we can we do it from the bottom? First we'll go over the packaging, of course. Dent here, dent down here. Not too bad. This could be, like I said in multiple videos, that this could be from reusing the box, because I never seem to have any problems with any of the packages that I get from Japan. So I'm gonna cut this very lightly just in case the figures are down at the bottom of the box down here. Okay, I think that should be good enough. Yeah, see, there's something right there, and if I cut too much, I would have went right into the bubble wrap and then into the figure. So, it's pretty obvious what that is, but you guys may not know. They wrapped all three things together. That's kind of cool. And then signature paper that's in almost every box, which is awesome, but they should have put some down here, you know, because if considering it being the bottom of the box, I could see you know, the people who are loading the trucks and planes and stuff dropping it on the bottom. It can ruin the last figure. So three things that are very clear to see through the camera, but not clear for me to see for some reason. Let's cut it open. So first up, we have a Kamen Rider Forza module set. This is the first set that they released. I believe I paid like $5 for this, which to me is a great price. Because I think when they released, they were like 15, or maybe more than that. I don't really remember how much they were when they first released, but you know, for just like an accessory set, that's a little much in my opinion. Considering that I don't always buy accessories for imports, so I don't really know what the average price would be. But yeah, this was the first one, and I'll probably open this up and show you guys what they look like in the next part of this video with Forza. Okay, so here we have the second thing, which is Akiba Yellow, and the third is Akiba Blue. And you're maybe wondering, you know, if you don't remember right now, what the hell is this? What this is what they are two characters from a series in Japan that was called the Akiba Rangers. They were unofficial Sentai, which means pretty much unofficial Power Rangers. And when I first heard about it, I'm like, that's, that sounds kind of weird, But Rap actually put me onto this, and what they basically are normal people. There's 3 too altogether. I'm surprised they don't have all 3 of them pictured on here, but there's the yellow, the blue, which are both girls, and then the red, which is a guy. And the show is about how the red guy is like 30 years old or whatever, and he's obsessed with Power Rangers. Like he has been his whole life. And this girl is a cosplayer. She's like obsessed with that, and then this girl's obsessed with martial arts. So they all have like their own little personalities, and they get a chance to be Power Rangers or whatever, but they don't know that it's all like a delusion. They think it's real life at first, but it turns out to be a delusion. Blah blah. I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys, but it's basically a how do I say it? Well, it's an adult show that's based off of a kid's show, kind of, in a way. Like, this is meant for adults, and it's meant to be funny and not like a serious Power Ranger thing. It's not at all official. It's done by Bandai and Tamashii and stuff, so that's why there's figures of them. But I'm trying to think of the word. I can't think of it right now, but it doesn't really matter. But I love this series. I watched the first season and it was hilarious. Now, I do not recommend anyone who's under 18 watch it, because there's some inappropriate stuff in it. So you can probably find it online somewhere. I think I watched it through Facebook or something. But it's a really good show. I really liked it. Really enjoyed it. It's funny. It wasn't kiddie at all. It was more like my sense of humor. So, just a little recommendation for something to watch if you have, I don't know, an interest in Power Rangers, but you can't stand how adolescent it is. So this is a good show to watch. Forza is a little adolescent if you guys haven't watched it already, but I do enjoy it because there's some really good parts to it. I'm not really into the whole theme of the show, which is like friendship and stuff. It's meant to be, aimed towards kids, and not that I'm not into friendship. It's just like the way they do it. It's hard to explain. You just have to watch it. But both shows are subbed, so they're not dubbed. You're not going to hear any English at all. Well, you might hear them say 1 or 2 English words throughout the whole series, but you're gonna have to read everything, which is, to me, is okay. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I'm gonna stop talking about this right now, and we'll get into putting these guys on Forza. Okay, so here we have Forza's module set. This one includes rockets, which is a right leg module. As you can see, they throw a piece of the right leg in there so it's easier to connect it, and I'll show you guys what that looks like in a little bit. There's that. There's camera, and this is a right arm function thing. The only thing that really moves on here is the scope, I believe this is, where you can like bend it this way, and whatever. And like I said, with the leg for launcher, it comes with the arm built into it, so it's easier to switch out these accessories. Pretty cool detailed camera. Looks like it has a lens so that you can kind of see me in it. Alright, and then there's radar. And radar is pretty much the weapon that allows him to get like aim, like a locked on aim on something. For instance, he'll use these two in a combination to lock the rockets onto something and shoot them. or he'll use this thing right here, which is, it's supposed to resemble a screen to keep contact with Kengo, which is his friend who helps him know what to do in a way. Like, he helps him with his battle situations. But you can point it this way if you want to. Doesn't really matter. So that's a radar. And then the magic hand, which is an extended arm, kind of like something that your grandma would use to grab something from up on top of the fridge or whatever. Yeah, this is pretty much what that's supposed to be like. And it has a bunch of articulated points. It opens, it turns, it bends at 2 points here, and it swivels at every single joint. And then it's got the built-in arm, like I said, with these guys. And this is a left arm module. No, right arm module. These two are right, or these two are left. This is right, and the rockets are right. Okay. And then here we have the switches. Let's see if I can get these guys in focus. These things are tiny. They go into the belt. And to represent that you're using these modules, whether they're on or off. And each switch has an on and off. Let's see if I can get a focus. There you go. Each switch has a on and off function. So there's 2 for every single one. So this is magic hand, and this is flipped on because it's got the switch facing forward. You can see that. And then this is the off switch, so it's facing back now. And then here is rockets with the switch facing forward. Here is camera. This is, I believe, the on. It's hard to tell, like, because of the detail in it. There's like a switch and then a button, so it resembles a camera button. There you go. Maybe you can see it. I believe that's on. And then this one is off because it's facing the other way. Okay, and then you're probably wondering, well, okay, where's the off for the rockets, and where's the switch for radar? Well, when you get Forze, he has switches already on his belt. And as you can see here, that the second switch over here, that is rockets when it's off. So he already comes with the off rockets switch. And then the switch, let's see if I can get it, there we go. The switch over here, that's radar. And all that switch is a rolling kind of thing. So there's really no on and off position that stands out that they needed to make another switch for it. So that was pretty cool, you know. I didn't, when I was opening this, I was like, wait, where are the other, you know, on and off switches? And I realized it was already on his belt. Because that's his standard. That's what he came with. That's what he first started with in the show. And that's what he came with in the figure. So it was, it's pretty cool that they already had them built into it. So as you can imagine, these little switches do come off. And you can replace them with these. The thing is that there's like a bottom part, this little like square thing. I'm probably not gonna get in focus. There you go. And you got to take that off first before you put the switch in the belt. So I'm gonna show you guys what each module looks like on him. Okay, so now with the right switches inserted into his Forza driver, he's able to use these modules. Okay, so just for sake of I guess reality of what it would look like, that would be the magic hand switch on right there, and over there would be camera on. I believe that's the on one. They're hard to tell apart, but I believe that's on. So I'm going to show you guys what they both look like on, even though he would probably not use both of those at the same time. So there's camera. You can see it pretty well. And then there's the magic hand. And you can use these, like, you know, in any way. You can have him grab him towards the camera. But still really cool to have, especially, you know, if you're someone who's like really into accessories and stuff, this is the perfect Kamen Rider for you, because he comes with 1 billion and there's so many other accessory sets. And I'm planning on getting them just because I like the idea of them. I like the show, and it's just really cool to have. So there's those two together, even though most likely he would never use them together. And I'll show you next radar and rockets, which he does use together very often. Alright, and here is the switches that are replaced for radar and rockets. Now, just for the sake of it, for fun, I guess you could say, I put in the off switch for magic hand since we're not using that no more. So that's the off switch there, rockets on switch there, and the radar switch is over here. So I'm going to zoom out, and there he is with rockets and radar. I'd like to move it back a little bit, hopefully not go out of focus. So yeah, he does use this combination a lot, and he'll use it in a stance quite like this, where he's pointing the radar out and then the rockets are getting ready to fire. His toes pointed up. Now with some of these, I don't know why they decided to make like a whole leg when they could have, I didn't mean to do that, and they could have just made them the modules snap over it. Like, for instance, I know that magic hand, they had to make it the way it is because it has the red arm on it, so it wouldn't have been able to look anything like this, which is okay, I understand that. But like, for instance, like camera, they could have just made it snap onto the arm. Here's the original arm, and then here's the camera. They could have just made it snap right over onto it. And the same thing for rockets, because the rocket's leg is like this, and then it's hard to see, but the rocket's leg is in there. If that makes any sense. With radar, they could have done it too, kind of. It looks like they might have been able to do that. That way, it would save you from taking apart your figure and risking breaking it. That would be my biggest thing, is if I were to break this, I'd be quite upset by just switching out parts. But all in all, it looks cool. It goes with the show. Good way for Bandai to definitely make some money buying all these module sets. Alright, well, that's it for Forza here. Here we have a nice little package from Ami, and it's always in the best condition. One of my favorite places. Now, if only they would sponsor me, but they won't, because they don't sponsor. Oh well. But I do love this place. I always get great deals in here, and I for some reason can't take this thing off. So I'm gonna probably flip this over. No, it's probably too much trouble to flip it over. Looks like I'm gonna find a way to rip this off of here. Wait, almost got it. Almost. Okay, cool. Got it. Invoice out of the way. I always try to cut very, very lightly because you never know if your figure is going to be placed up against this side. Sometimes they will do that. Depending on who packs it, you know. But most of the time it's wrapped up really nice with either some paper or foam or bubble wrap. Coming from Japan, you know, they always make sure they got the best packing because they know they're shipping overseas and they don't want any problems, you know. So yeah, they got this thick paper, you know, it's some good stuff. Haha! That was a perfect reveal. So, as you can see in here, there's a Dan Board Mini model kit. Now, this is not the Revoltech or Revoltech or whatever you want to call it that a lot of people have. This is actually like a model kit that you put together, and you can paint it if you want to, but it is the stock brown, and I don't think it lights up. I really don't remember, to be honest, if it said that it did, but it was really cheap. So, and I got the last one, so I got really lucky. Yeah, so I think that's it for this guy. I mean, there's nothing really to go over about it. Maybe I'll put them together and show you guys when I'm done. Okay, so yet another package from AmiAmi. The thing here was ripped open already, but my invoice is all there, or was all there. I just slid it out, so that's why you don't see that there. I didn't pre-cut it out or anything. It's just, that's how it came. I don't know who did that or whatever. Maybe the like inspection people at the post office thought it looked suspicious and they cut it open or whatever. I don't really know why it was, but it's not a big deal. So because everything's there. So all sides of the box, pretty good. There's a little hole there, but it's underneath the tape, so it's probably already from this box. Let's see. I want to cut it from the underside because it's not folded over like the last box was. So I'm just gonna cut it carefully, of course. Seems like all my episodes of my show seem to turn into unboxing episodes. I'd like to do more, but I'm using a lot of my money here just buying figures. Okay, so first image first. Put this guy aside, or well, this girl aside, and put this aside. And that's everything from the box. Again, it was packed with all that nice paper. So over there and over here, got two things. I'm gonna zoom in and go down, I guess, whatever. So first off, we'll talk about this. This is the Queen's Blade Malona figure. I'm gonna look at the back real quick. This says it said that this was a pre-owned figure, and it looks like everything is in there, which is good. There seems to be no problem with the figure at all. Probably just opened and displayed somewhere, or maybe they used it in in something on their website. But I'm not going to show you guys the back of this because it's more so inappropriate. If you guys remember my my Christmas haul video or whatever, the stuff that I got from BD for for Secret Santa. There goes my phone. Those figures were adult-oriented figures, and they had very inappropriate stuff on them. So this is another figure from that line. This is actually my favorite character, second favorite character. I like the girl with the scythe that I got, Aerie. I liked her better, but this girl's like very unique, very weird, and I love weird, obscure characters. So I had to get her, especially for a good price. So I just wanted to let you guys know I'm not gonna show the back of it, just because there's just inappropriate stuff. So anyway, and here, if you can see what that is, this is a gashapon vending machine. And for those of you who might not know what gashapon is, they are those little vending machines you'll see at like the mall or a comic shop or where else do they have them? Mostly like anywhere that sells like anime related stuff or manga. So anyway, these are all over. They're even in supermarkets now over in the US. Originally we had those old school vending machines with the quarter and whatnot, but this is pretty much the same kind of deal, except for they come with either little phone charms or little figurines, like collectible figurines, and they're usually licensed products. They're not like that junk, like bouncy balls and sticky hands and what were those one things that were in there? Homies. If you guys remember Homies, they were in vending machines. Well, the gashapon machines usually have like a licensed product in it. Sometimes little Pokemon, figurines, stuff like that. So this is a 1/12 scale, and that is usually your standard 6-inch scale. But since I already am aware of Hasegawa, which is the company who made the science desk that I got, since I'm already aware that it was smaller than like Marvel Legends and DCUC scale, I believe this is going to fit in more with the 5-inch characters that are like Figuarts and Figma. So I'm already anticipating that, but I'm going to build this guy and show you guys when I'm done what it looks like. Okay, so I'm going to leave you guys off with the crafty things that I did for this week. If you remember back last week, I talked about doing something with the Select Doctor Doom. Well, I decided to make him into kind of like a statue, and there's a reason why I did it, other than just because he was useless. All I really wanted was the chair and whatever. But anyway, what I did here was I pretty much painted him with some gray, different shades of gray, some highlights, and this, that, and the other, and he still is fully articulated. I cut pieces of the cape up in his shirt thingy, and I carved a little bit of detail in his legs and stuff to kind of give him this stone look. There's a little, if you look right there, you can see kind of like cracks and all that, and then the broken cape as if it was actual concrete or stone. So he does retain all the same articulation that he did before, and he also has all his accessories still. So you can take out the goblet in his hand if you want to, and replace it with his regular hand. I'm making it look harder than it is. It's really not hard at all to do that. It's very loose. So I painted the accessories. He Still has his gun, which I painted also, in case I want to put him in a pose where he's holding it. So that works out pretty well. And his cape can still come off if you really wanted to. And I couldn't help myself, so I had to do my trademark thing, which is make things glow. So I made his eyes red, just in case I wanted to use the black light to make his eyes glow. Is this plugged in? No, the black light's not plugged in, so I'm not going to bother even showing you guys right now. It's not really necessary, I'm sure you can imagine. So yeah, that's what I did. All the detail on him. See the back of the figure. A lot of different shades of gray. He's base coated with black so that the gray would really stand out. Now with him, I originally wanted to make a base, and I started making one out of foam here, but I don't like the texture of this foam at all. It's very annoying. I can't peel off the plastic like covering that it has. It's like you can, but it's very tedious and it takes a long time and it rips apart and it's just really annoying. So I plan on still making a base for him, but I'm not sure exactly when I'll finish that and what it's gonna look like. So I'm gonna try and have it by next week if I can. And this is kind of like what I was going for. There's this Marvel sticker book, and there's the Doctor Doom statue right there. I don't want to make the base broken like that. I just want to make it normal. So you can see that he's made out of that stone, and he's got his cape all broken up and everything, and that's kind of like what I was going for. And I think I pulled it off pretty well. Yeah, it's just a different color than this. This is more of like a brownish gray, which is perfect, for cartoons, but in a real life, situation, that's how I wanted to make him. So anyway, and with those model kits that I got this week, I wanted to kind of show you guys how they came out. Are we in focus? I hope so. See, maybe if I back up. Yeah, we're in focus now. Okay, so I went and decided to make these two different, because they come with these little ball things right here that you can see. And I cut out this particular label thing, and you put it on the inside. So I wanted to make it like a bouncy ball kind of thing. And it does have the slot for the toy to come out, and it does have the coin hole, and it does have the return coin hole, and it does have a knob that spins here. But it does not dispense the prizes, the game prizes, or whatever you want to call them. So, not a big deal at all. I don't really care about that. But at least it looks like it does. In here there's half blue, half clear game prize balls, which is cool. And they only give you that much. So that's why I decided to fill one up with one of these, and then the other one with just these, even though there's not that many. So you can stack these too. You can take off the tops and stack them on top of each other if you want. But for right now, I'm just going to leave them how they are. Maybe I'll order some more. So here is Danboard. Came out pretty cool. I do like this model kit a lot. The only thing is I have to paint this and the thing on the chest. But he has tons of articulation. Or she, technically. It's technically a girl. And like even these little flaps on the box on the bottom move in the front and in the back. This one keeps wanting to go in, which is kind of annoying, but it's no big deal. So full articulation everywhere. You can get her in all kinds of poses. It does. There are like extra eyes that you can put in here. You can open this up, and then in there's a black bar right now, but there's a yellow bar that you can put in there to give it the illusion that it's lighting up. So it does not light up, for those of you who may have been wondering. So yeah, that's about it for what I did that was kind of crafty this week. Like I said, I was sick, so it's kind of didn't get much done. But yeah, don't forget to always comment, rate, and subscribe, and come add me on Facebook and Instagram and all. So do all that stuff, and as always, thank you guys for your support and watching.